Okay, I'm gonna start it off like this. You know, you seen the video, you clicked it. Hopefully, you clicked it because you support your boy, but you probably, if you ain't been here before, you probably more than likely clicked that shit for the title. Now, I promise you, this shit ain't no clickbait. This is a real discussion I want to have. There's another good percentage of you that clicked this video on some whatever this guy is about to say. He don't have the answers for what I'm going through, and that right there, for that portion of you, that right there is your issue. You know, I don't know what you're going through. I don't know who died. I don't know who's sick. I don't know what hurdles you have to go through. But I do know that negativity that you met, or that met you in the beginning, for that small portion of people that I was talking about, again, that is the reason why you are where you're at right now. Now, let me say this as well. I don't want to be backtracking. I don't want to be cutting, you know what I'm saying? I just want to give this to you as clean and as pure as possible. Yes, you know, people fucking die, bro. People go through shit. There are some of these things that you ain't going to be able to control. But for those people that seem to find themselves in a depressive rut, or maybe just unable to move forward, a lot of it, and I promise you, a lot of it is something I heard a long time ago by one of the GOATs, Eric Thomas. Shout out to my man Eric Thomas, one of the GOATs. The inability to self-assess who you are, where you are, you know, what you are, that is a core issue for most people, and it keeps you in that loop. Once you have that key to self-assessment, man, to really just being flat out blatantly honest with yourself, you depression proof. I promise you depression proof, because whatever you actually are going through, you have the tools to face why you are where you are right in that moment, whether it's you or whether it's from somebody else. But I promise you, even in having that self-assessment, you're gonna still shoulder some of that blame for even depending on somebody else to get you where you wanted to be. Because you're right, again, you're right. Maybe they didn't do for you what you did for them, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe you don't have what somebody else has as far as what you have at your disposal to execute what you need to do. Bro, I promise you, you have all the tools you need. And in this day and age especially, most people don't have dreams that they haven't seen somebody do. So not only can you see the vision, you can follow the path. Somebody's already set the path in front of you, but you have to follow it. And you know, I ain't gonna lie, it ain't always gonna work out that way, but it may spiral into another blessing or into something else that is meant for you. You know what I'm saying? But getting back to it, but that issue is typically, you know, yourself. You know what I'm saying? That issue is typically you getting out of your own way, or doing those small things to get you to that big place, because you see these people, you may interact with these people, you may even know a few of these people who are where you want to be, or doing things that you maybe wish that you could be doing as well. Again, are you putting the work? But are you putting the work in that they're doing? And even if you are, is that something that you're chasing because it's something that you want, or because you see it's something that somebody's getting for them? You know what I'm saying? You gotta also, that shit may not be happening for you because it may not be for you. You know what I'm saying? And you may be pushing off some other dreams that you know you want to be working on, that you just have not had the balls to really just jump into. Now, again, that's only a portion of you guys. Some of you guys are already actually, you know, active and doing stuff. You just not putting your whole being into it, because I don't know if if you're doubted by some other people around you, or even if you just doubt yourself. I have a friend that started a American Ninja. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. An American, like a American Ninja Warrior. Basically, he is one of those like warrior athletes, and he was just saying that his own family wasn't supporting his pursuit in kind of just building his own brand, and that, you know, he was doing t-shirts. He's basically been crushing the game individually. He's been doing everything he needs to do, but he's been slowed down by the doubts that people have been sowing into him. You know what I'm saying? That's not the type of life you want to be living, because I promise you, most people in your life is going to shortchange you. They're going to undercut your dreams or undermine your dreams, and not necessarily to disrespect you or that, but your shit may just be too big for them to even fathom. They don't think they could do it, so they don't know how you're gonna be able to get there. You know what I'm saying? They want you to probably take the safer, more guaranteed route, or you might have some flat out Fuck boy haters. You may have some people that just don't like you. But you gotta push that shit to the side. You gotta ignore that and keep grinding. You know what? Matter of fact, some of that stuff you don't need to ignore. Some of that stuff you don't need to push away. Some of that shit from the haters, or even from the supporters, or the halfway haters, could help you. You actually need to learn from that, be able to take maybe a little bit of constructive criticism. But what you don't need to do is stop if that's what's in your heart. You may need to adjust some shit, to switch some shit up, but you don't ever need to stop. I know I'm all over the place with it, but I really want y'all to get this message. It's been kind of sitting on my heart for a little bit. I did this workout before I did the last workout video you've seen, and I just been thinking about this has been on my heart about what to talk about. And I'm like, yo, I ain't the type of nigga to write down a whole like speech or nothing like that, but it's just some shit that I don't know if it was God or what was just like, yo, do it. And that speaks to what we're talking about today, because whatever you want to do, you low-key just need to do that. And that's why I'm depression proof, baby. That's how you become depression proof, because you need to realize whatever anybody else is saying or whatever doubts you have, they don't matter. At the end of the day, there's going to be a day where you don't have another day. There's going to be a day where you don't wake up. I heard a great kind of like analogy, I guess you could say. I'm going to butcher it because I don't remember the specific details, but I'm going to kind of give you just a roundabout summary. Basically kind of taking your life, comparing it to your bank account. You know what I mean? You can get on your phone and check your bank account. You know you have more money coming. You know what you have coming out. You know what you got coming in. You know what you got in store. You can always kind of monitor what you got left. With life, you can't do that. There's nothing to tell you how many days you have left. There's nothing to tell you how many hours or minutes or seconds you got left. There's nothing to tell you when exactly your expiration date is coming. And that coincides directly with some of the things that you've probably heard me say before if you followed me for a long time. There's only room for one in the casket. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to have to deal with what they did or did not accomplish when they pass. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I pray for the most of you that you get to a point, or that you live a long life and you can kind of see it end. But in reality, a lot of people die, and you are low-key blessed to make it every day that you do. So, you know what I'm saying? It just ain't no guarantee you gonna make it to 80, 90, nursing home level. You know what I'm saying? You could be going at 45. You could be going at 68. You know what I'm saying? You could be going tomorrow. But you got to take control of your life. I'm gonna speak on it. I was debating it, but I'm gonna speak on it. It's multiple levels, man. It ain't just accomplishing stuff. It's not just YouTube. It's not just your grades. It's not just your school. It's not just your job. It's not your career. It's your life. Are you happy? You know what I'm saying? It's multiple things, man. Again, life, relationships, everything. Like I said, I didn't know if I wanted to go here, bro, but it's on my heart. I ain't gonna say too much. I ain't gonna say names or crap like that. But again, you guys got to take control of your lives. I got friends in relationships and marriages that they are not happy in, that they are almost, man, it's flat out killing them. You think that depression or that stuff is just in your mind. You think it's not manifesting itself in different ways. You don't notice that you're more lethargic. You don't notice that you don't want to do too much. You don't notice that you're spending too much time on stuff that don't matter. Maybe you're in the video game, maybe you're in the metaverse, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you just are a former shell of yourself. Maybe you see yourself slipping away. Your fitness is going. Your morale is going. Again, these are things you have to factor in. I got friends that are my age, your 30s plus, that shit ain't to play with. You know what I'm saying? Your hormone levels, your testosterone levels, your mental state, all of this stuff matters. Your day-to-day performance. I'm kind of rambling off here, but take control of your shit. If there's some shit that you don't like about your situation, don't sheep up. And what pisses me off, and again, I'm low-key I know I'm talking to somebody, but I hope I'm talking to some other people that ain't there. There are a few people that will talk as if they are where they aren't. You know what I'm saying? Or as if they are, or who they are if they aren't. I'm going to use just light examples. I know niggas that I know cats that want that, that will act tough, if there are, women around, they want to act tough, they want to put on the peacock feathers and show off the bravado, but they don't want no smoke. Them niggas ain't cut like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm rambling, but it's just an example of basically being about what you say you're about, being able to have the ability to self-assess. Where am I at? Why am I here? What's going on through my mind? And what do I need to do to get myself in the position of winning? Because believe it or not, you may not know the direction in which you want to go, but there are things that you want to achieve. There's stuff that you see that you wish that you had, or sometimes it's really just about you wish you were a different person, and you can be that person. You just have to take the initiative to do so. All right, so again, man, there's only room for one in the casket. There's no reason for you to be down on yourself. Look outside, the sun is shining. Life is beautiful. The opportunity that you have to live, you had no control over, popping out in this time. You had no, whatever time period you watching this in, you had no control over any of that. But shit is moving. The world is moving, and it's a beautiful experience to be a part of if you live it. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to encourage you to go after exactly what you want and really make your shit. I'm stealing this phrase, but make the rest of your life the best of your life. You know what I'm saying? That's a phrase that I'm stealing. I'm letting you know now I'm stealing it, but make the rest of your life the best of your life. And to coincide with that, before I get up out of here, man, I just also want to let you know, in case, and I know you probably know this, but comparison is the thief of joy. You don't need to be watching what your peers in the same field are doing. Watch to learn and to motivate, but you do not need to be comparing. Though somebody may be ahead of you then, you never know what boost you're going to get later on, or if you're going to surpass somebody in a different field later on. And it's not necessarily even about surpassing somebody. Get your own lane, get something for you, and appreciate that other person. I mean, there's enough money or positions or goals out here for everyone. You know what I'm saying? Even in the quarterback position, there's multiple teams. You know what I'm saying? There's a backup quarterback, there's multiple teams. And I know, I get it. Nobody wants to be a backup, but all I'm saying is you have opportunity and time to get where you're going. You don't need to. Now, some of you got a little less time than others, but you don't have to be a hater just because somebody else is in a different position that you are. You know what I'm saying? Or in a better or higher position you are. You don't know what else they got going on in their life. You don't know the hours or the grind that they put in. And frankly, they could very well deserve it much more than you, but you deserve it if you put the work in. I'm gonna let the rest of this video play out. I feel like I'm all, I don't want to ramble too much just to make this speech kind of match the video, but you got basically halfway through here. You know what? There is one more thing I want to add here. It's about basically a tool to kind of help you accomplish or kind of narrow down or focus in on some of the things we were talking about today. This one is from one of my good friends. It's actually talking about getting in 6 small wins a day. Keep in mind, a couple of those wins can be something you do every day, just to kind of get that momentum going. But getting in 6 small wins a day, having that list for yourself, it's going to help you kind of take the small steps to accomplish your goals. So if you can do 6 small things to help you get to where you want to be per day, you're going to get to where you need to be. So even if one of those things are, something for me is routine. If one of those wins is a workout that gets that momentum going and gets you kind of started on the things as well that may not be as routine that you need to be you need to get done that day. But once again, that's gonna do it for me, guys. I'm gonna let the rest of this shit play out. Like, comment, subscribe. Once again, peace.